Hey, it's a good afternoon to get some more Kingdom Death Monster in. So I hope you guys will join me to have the antelope all set up here for year 5. And I'll go over our characters again just to make sure we have everything down pat. We have David Dicer, the man himself. 2 all around, rawhide, 2 evasion, twilight sword, 2 survival for departing, plus 2 from ammonia and lantern oven. Now, this guy also has secretive to keep in mind, indecision to keep in mind, and all his shit's noisy. 2 broken ribs. Otherwise, I think I don't have too much to worry about with him. And his accuracy is a 9+. I've not used the Twilight Sword before, so I very rarely ever get the Twilight Sword. Anyway, Zachary Zimmerman's joining us. 1 cloth armor. I'm surprised those rechecked themselves. We have the stone noses on this guy. I'll remember to do that. 2 departing survival. Nothing else going on for Zach. He does have Tinker. Okay, let me just check you. Right, you have prepared and explore. Alright, cool. 3 in 1 for Philip, our other King Spear user. Right, no one to use Synchronized Strike with, but what are you gonna do? 2 departing survival for him, and that is all we have going on. Pretty sure. Yeah. And then lastly, Gulliver. Yokozuna's 3 all around with the shield. A new Fist and Tooth user. Got 2 evasion. Get the 2 survival plus 2 more for departing. The extra armor. He's got the other bandages. Which actually, I'm going to switch this out in case I get the event where we get free founding stones, and we're going to ditch this founding stone and save it for later. So I should not need it. Alright, cool. So, with all that, they have seizures. So let me reorganize these. I'm gonna have to keep this in mind. We have a Red Fist, which is at the start of the showdown. Rhythm Chaser and Tough. As well as Matchmaker. Hopefully we'll make use of that and save this settlement, but we'll see how this goes down. Why are there 5 of these? Did I accidentally clone one? I must have. Okay. Whatever. We're going after a level 1 Screaming Antelope. I had thought about just going after a level 2, and especially looking at those sweet rewards, 6 and 7. But since we need to make a comeback in the campaign, I shouldn't be rushed. I shouldn't feel rushed. We have plenty of years to grind. But it's better if I just play it safe. And it would suck for the, I guess if the antelope starvations us, that's not a big deal. I have to look at, I hope it's in the glossary. I don't know what the starvation rules are. Actually, I don't remember. The 1.5 rules. Is it in here? Starvation. If the survivors move into the space, including starting a showdown, apply the rules listed on the hunt board. I don't have the 1.5 hunt board, So I would have to yeah, I would have to look that up. I'll look it up after this video. It probably won't happen. We need to archive the resource. We didn't end up getting anything else. But yeah. Level 1 Screaming Antelope. What do we have here? We have 2 antelope events on the 2nd and 4th spots. I will set up the bottom portion because these guys are prone to running away with the migration cards, so 1st and 3rd as well. And then the rest of this shit is basic events. Now that I have heat, I think one of my priorities is going to be pickaxes and herb gathering, which I've peaked at mining, and it has changed a little bit, just a little bit. So I don't know if it's better, but you won't destroy your pickaxe as frequently. We'll say that. Okay. So, is there anything else that I need to do? I don't think there is currently. Let's hunt. Let's hunt. So white is first. As always, we just go in order. We have a basic random hunt event. And we're gonna get started right away. Hopefully we find somebody to rescue, because we need women. My hope is we rescue someone, or just discover someone. 63 is our first event. I'm really hoping we can pull this back from just ending up with only dudes. Alright, it's the feat. Let's see if this has changed. I know most people hated this. The stone faces ahead are replaced by an expanse of stone feet sprouting from the ground. Survivors walk soul to soul with the feet. If any survivor is insane, they are convinced they have reached the underside of the world. They clutch the ground for dear life, terrified of falling off. Their raucous terror slows the survivors, and attracts unwanted attention. Roll once on the hunt event table for each insane survivor before moving on the hunt board. If any of these rolls result in feat, ignore it and re-roll. If all survivors are insane, they fall off the underside of the world. The survivors are dead unless the settlement chose survival of the fittest. If they did, the survivors bite down hard on the feet. Teeth grind against stone as they refuse to let go. At once, the feet shatter, revealing ordinary stone faces beneath. Set all survivors' insanity to 0. Each survivor suffers a shattered jaw, severe head injury. Do not roll any additional hunt events caused by feet. Okay, so if your entire party's insane, they still die if you choose to love your children. So, slight change to feat. It's still a hunt event that's supposed to prevent you from just rolling with high insane characters and never fearing damage. We have 2 insane characters, so we get 2 extra hunts. That could be good. I would have to say that all in all, that is a good thing. So roll once on the hunt event table for each insane survivor before moving on the hunt board, and ignore the result of feat. Okay, so we get 2 extra rolls. Roll number 1. We have a 56. So let's find 56. Where is this antelope, by the way? On the 4th space. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, the antelope event is first. Oh, set this up wrong. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I set this up incorrectly. My mistake. Hold on. Alright. Since it's the beginning, we're actually gonna ignore feet. It's the only thing that makes sense. So feet didn't happen. Start over. Do over. But we know how feet works if we get that again. I could just say we rolled feet for 2, but this is here. This is an antelope event first. And then this is here. And the antelope is on 4. I'm just gonna start over. So hi, welcome to the 6th episode, whatever this is. It's landing year 5. We're gonna hunt an antelope. Alright. Well, we're actually doing migration. So I could keep feet. Nothing's changing except the antelope is moving back through spaces. So that happened. We're just starting over. I won't roll feet unless we roll feet again right here. What do you say, Lords of RNG? I know you guys like to pick on me. Want to make this officially feet? No, we're doing 45 instead. Alright. It's okay. I apologize though. I definitely done goofed that. At least I called it early. The start of the hunt phase. Okay, so we're actually going to the Jagged Valley. And this is going to be green. Okay, Valley of Sharp White Stones opens before the survivors, looking just like a toothy maw. As the survivors push and climb through the jagged spires, they find that even the shallowest nick bleeds profusely. Each survivor suffers 1 event damage to the body, unless a survivor has bandages to patch up their wounds. All survivors also gain 2 bleeding tokens. Oh wow. If anyone has a pickaxe, they may try to convince the other survivors to let them investigate a bit more. If they are convinced, roll 1 to 10. We don't have a pickaxe, but this first part... So... everyone suffers 1 event damage to the body unless a survivor has bandages. I get that part. That makes sense. The second part is what I don't get. Wait, you have bandages. Wait, I replaced 2 had them. So that I understand. Now, if I have bandages, I can't zoom in any further than this, unfortunately. If I have bandages, do I get the 2 bleeding tokens? Because it says all survivors also gain 2 bleeding tokens after the first sentence. So unless the survivor has bandages to patch up their wounds. Oh, okay, I see. We all take a damage to the body, and then unless we have a bandage to patch up the wounds, we all get 2 bleeding tokens. So everyone takes a body damage, but nobody gets bleeding tokens because we can patch up the wounds. Okay, I understand. So I think that's correct. Alright, moving on. Yellow will lead the way. We have a vomit pile. Survivors find the half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Each survivor may scavenge, gain 1 courage, and roll on the table. Yeah, this one's normally good. Only 1 person has consumable gear, which is you. Right. You're the only one who probably should not. Oh no, 2 of us do. Well, say YOLO and all that good jazz. Let me move that to the side. We use white dice. In order from left to right, everyone will scavenge. Alright, we have a 5, a 4, a 9, and a 5, so 2 5s and a 4. 1 to 4. 4 is the sickening. 2 5s gain a survival. So 5 and 5, first and last. You can't gain a neither of them can gain a survival. And then the sickening one just archives consumable gear. They do not have consumable gear. So the 9 is a 9, right? The 9. Antelope is clearly sick, vomiting up pieces of itself. Gain 1 understanding, 1 random screaming antelope resource. And then if no one scavenged, we would have a... Alright. So, everyone gained a courage. Courage. He's bold. He's prepared. We'll do that in a second. You gained an understanding. And a courage. Okay, now let me get this random antelope resource. We got a shank bone. I don't know how antelope is vomiting up its own shank bone, but okay. And now we shall roll 4 bold hunt phase triumph. We rolled an 8. So we get prepared and a permanent strength on them. Zachary. But we shall copy prepared here. Alright. So they're now prepared. They have a permanent strength. We got a shank bone. Everyone else got some survival. Someone got sick. And that would be that. Alright, let me move these over to here. And blue shall lead the way through a basic hunt event. Alright. Yeah, we want these. Let's roll them die. 37. Okay, 37. What are we listening to? I have no idea. I can't see the music for those that don't know. I can tab and check out of curiosity. Majora's Mask. Alright. Lost. Survivors are hopelessly lost in unbroken darkness. Move them 2 spaces back. 1, 2. That's 3 additional hunt events, so this could be good. We really want to encounter a survivor to rescue. We need some... The men are out looking for women. Because they're like, oh, it's just Dave's daughter that's left, and, you know, we need some more variety. Actually, they're all probably gonna go home, and I don't mean to be cruel or mean, but we've got a gangbang planned in the future, just because we need kids. Alright, anyway. Random hunt event to get back on here. This is white leading the way. It's a 72. Wow, there's only 3 hunt events covered on this page? Damn, 73. What the fuck is going on with 73? Well, we're 72 anyway. Something to pass the time. If the settlement does not have Symposium, ignore this event rule again on the hunt event table for moving on the hunt board. Otherwise, the event revealer suggests a word game to lighten the mood as the survivors trudge forward. The event revealer rolls 1d10. If the settlement has Song of the Brave, add 4 to your result. Okay, well let's not get ambushed by the fucking monster, please. Okay, we got 9. That's pretty high. So 8 to 9. Each survivor plays the simple but entertaining game and gains 1 courage. 3 to 7 is fucking funny. Oh, 10 would have been great. Okay. Oh. +1 courage for everybody. That we like the game. Might actually see the truth. So the first thing I'm noticing, major difference from 1.5 and the previous version of the game. There's a lot more events giving you courage. Courage used to be, from my experience, really hard to come by. Like, you would get tons of understanding, but courage was non-existent almost. And I had, I think, one character ever see the truth. But I can see that there's a lot more. I don't know if this event was in the game before. I don't recognize this one. I think it was, but it seems like courage is a much more common thing now. Anyway, this dice roll is a 5 for prepared, so gain 1 understanding. Almost got the wombo combo prepared into your insight. Alright. Let's continue onward. So, we are on this space now. Getting back onto this space is green. The new random hunt event. Sorry, I like Mega Man music. If you guys don't know that about me, Mega Man jams are my thing. 19, Exhalation of Darkness. Survivors are enveloped in the steamy darkness that dims their lantern lights. They become separated from each other and hopelessly lost. If a survivor has the leader fighting art, they boldly stride into the clammy darkness and gather everyone. Otherwise, each survivor rolls 1d10. Low scoring survivor becomes a straggler, and then each straggler rolls 1d10. I believe we do not have a leader because we murdered the fucking leader. Yeah, we don't have a leader. Alright, so we're rolling for straggler. So they get their hunt XP added, and they get their hunt XP added. And they get their hunt XP added. Okay, so we have a 3-way. Well, we'll figure out the straggler. It's gonna take some math. Okay, so we have a 2, and an 8, 9, and 7 beats a 2. They all get hunt XP. So the straggler is our boy Gulliver. And let's see what Gulliver's fate turns out to be. A 2. Not good. Normally. You trip and fall into the bones of an ancient monster, smashing a piece of gear on the way down. Archive one gear of your choice from your gear grid. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, but what do I archive? It's gotta be the bone darts, right? It's gotta be the bone darts. The easiest to replace. Alright, I don't know why I'm dragging it over here. Bone darts are gone. Did I lose my... Oh no, he's got the bone darts. Damn. Oh, that's what you get for tripping in the darkness, you done goofed. Okay, so yellow leading the way back to the square. So we're all here. One last event before we're back to where we need to be. So far we have not found anybody in the wilderness of the worlds. Still looking, still holding on hope. Event 12. This is a 12, right? Yes. Alright. Destiny Bound. Survivors collectively feel a heightened level of anticipation. Their goals close at hand. The event revealer gains 1 courage. Survivors may skip the next hunt space. If this movement starts the showdown, the survivors ambush their quarry. revealer is yellow. See, there's another courage to be gained. I will not skip the next hunt space. I want as many hunts as possible because, like I said, we are hoping... I'm hoping that I get lucky and I find a survivor because we need women's. The camp needs women's. So, blue is the revealer here. And we have a 12 again. You've got to be kidding me. I did roll the dice. So we get another courage. Wow, I just back-to-backed on D100 through 2 D10s. That's impossible. Okay, now I could skip the next hunt space and we can skip Overwhelming Darkness. Hold on. Can you skip Overwhelming Darkness? Wasn't there a rule against that? I feel like there was. Space on the hunt board. First time each hunt, the survivors move into Overwhelming Darkness space. They trigger the Overwhelming Darkness story event. Survivors cannot skip Overwhelming Darkness. If they move through the space, instead stop all movement and resolve Overwhelming Darkness. Yeah, I figured there was a rule for that. Okay. So, if I skip the next space, we'd be over here regardless, and no matter what I have to do, Overwhelming Darkness. Now, luckily for me, Overwhelming Darkness is a chance to get a person. Because Path of the Brave, if I roll a 1, I can save somebody. Per the new rules. But we have to figure out, I think everybody is walking the Path of the Brave. Everybody is walking the Path of the Brave, so I have 4 chances to rescue some stranger in the dark at the cost of all of our survival. Guys, I'm counting on you to roll 1s. Come on! Everybody's brave! We got a 10, a 9, a 2, and an 8, so we're not rescuing anybody. I will do the 2 first, so green. 2, 3. You punch yourself in the face to chase away doubt. Gain a -1 accuracy token. That's not that bad. Zach decided to punch himself in the face because he was doubting. We have an 8 and a 9, which I assume are tied. 7 and 9 is tied, so 8 and 9 with your lantern held high, you cut a path through the teeming darkness. Suffer 1 event damage to your arms. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you take arms damage for rolling so high? Alright, 8 and 9 first and fourth. See, this game is really quite brutal. It seems like it's toned down at a smidge, though, overall, but, like, come on, an 8 and a 9 is so fucking high of a roll, and we're taking damage for it? That's... ugh. Anyway, 10. You emerge from the darkness with a new perspective. Gain the leader fighting our... oh, look, we have a leader now for yellow. They've definitely changed these quite dramatically. There's a new leader amongst us. I'll switch these two. Alright, so leaders, whenever you encourage somebody to gain a speed token until the end of the round. And then once per hunt phase, I can inspire somebody else. And they use your understanding encourage to resolve a hunt or story event. Alright, have to keep those in mind. Anyway, we've made it to the antelope. I hope we just have a good fight, because we did not find any women out in the darkness. Chances were low, but I was still hoping. We'll hope for next year to find some women in the dark. In the dark. Alright. Antelope migrated too and gave me as many opportunities as possible, and then we got lost. which gave me more opportunities. So the game tried. The game definitely tried. Alright, let's put some of these black dice away. I don't think he's gonna have that many. I know I'm not copying and pasting as much dice, but it seems like every time I open this program, we've got additional dice adding up. Quite actually, what you guys see in the last video, and then me starting this, like, there is no in-between at all. I continue exactly from where I left off. I just find it very strange that I keep having more and more dice, unless I'm leaving them selected while copying cards and I don't realize. Alright, anyway, this is the antelope. There are 3 acanthus plant terrain cards, 1 bug spot, and then 2 random cards. So, acanthus and acanthus and there's the bug spot, excuse me. Sorry for the burp. Acanthus. Okay. Shuffle. 1, 2, giant stone face and an ore vein. So, got stuff to do. Now the acanthus plants set up in the green zone. And the bug spot is in the gold zone. I'm gonna do this how I normally do this. We'll be using my not really anti-antelope setup, but it's my strats for dealing with this thing. Now, I suppose because of where the bug patch is on the right hand side, it would actually be superior to always start on the right hand side as opposed to the left, because you are 1 spot closer to the bug patch, and that is a strategical thing to keep in mind. So, we got giant stone face, we got ore thing. We've got 2 copies of acanthus plants. Which is now 6 copies. Alright, giant stone face. Well, let me do the acanthus first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 there. 1 there. 1 here. 1 here. 1 can be like over there, and then 1 over here, or no, right here. So it brings him closer to us. Ore vein 6 from all other terrains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down here, I suppose. And giant stone face is 5 spaces away from all board edges now. I don't have much ranged weapons, and my one dude that does isn't going to make use of it, so. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna put it over here. It'll make a nice wall, I suppose. Let me lock all this stuff in place. Oh shit. Oh, that's not good. Did that move in a way that affects it? Sometimes you hit the damn board instead. It looks like it was okay and it didn't break. So Should be fine. Okay, this is in the 5th spot down there, and this is right here. Block the ore vein. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. This is just to pull him away from us if we need it. We'll have Mr. Silverman there. And I do want to get into the habit of being away from his trampling. Blue can be... yeah, we'll get the ore vein right away. No, I can't. Not immediately. Not with her anyway. I can get it with, like, someone else. We'll get it later. Yeah, I'll get it with yellow. We don't have to do that much attacking. Essentially, my strategy is play extra cautiously. Because I need to be extra cautious about not getting eaten by Crush and Devour. Speaking of which, we have 7 basic, 3 advanced, 6 and 8. And Trample. I didn't mean to shuffle that. Alright, so Trample for the Antelope. When the monster collides with survivors, suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. Yeah, that's the same. This was fixed, I believe. Yes, full move through the target. Move the monster through and past the survivor. If there is no target, full move forward. So yeah, they fixed this to say through. Diabolical does work the way it's supposed to. Shuffle the basic, shuffle the advanced. It is 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Basically, until we know if he has Crush and Devour or not, we will have to carefully scribe what his AI action is going to be, except for turn 1 where it doesn't matter, because we're not in range. Alright, so now arrival things. 1 insanity, 1 survival for the stone nose. Everyone gets a strength token for Mr. Red Fist. Anything else, he gets an evasion token as well. And I believe I might have forgotten about Indecision, but he has to be the event revealer, so I don't know. Feel free to call me out on that. Ugh. Stuff is noisy, he skips the next hunt. Orator of Death. I can give everyone insanity if I want. Although I have to be careful, we don't want 20 plus insanity. And a perfect hit makes an additional attack roll. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get going, I think. So, Antelope goes first. And Antelope is going to stomp and snort a random survivor in range, which is nobody. No one's within 6 spaces. So we're gonna graze. Graze is the same thing. Go to the closest to campus, eat it, heal 1, end turn. And then if there are no acanthus plants, he full moves forward like a dumbass. So that is that. It will be our first turn. I'll go with yellow first. And we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go on the ore vein. Something I don't commonly do, and mine it. So we got 1d10. I don't have a pickaxe. We rolled a 6. So we'll gain 1 iron strange resource and then archive the terrain. I'll just leave it here for now. Let's get that iron. Need some of that iron. Okay. That's yellow. Next up will be white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll come straight up to this guy and throw a bone dart at it. Because why not? So I'll throw a bone dart. Get a 5. Nothing happens. We're just gonna chill. Sit there and relax. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably should have stayed center to this, but I do need to practice not having... You know, if he was gonna have diabolical, I don't want to be in the way of diabolical. So green will move 5 forward, and... This takes movement and action to swing. Slow means it only ever rolls 1 dice. I forget what slow means. Need to look up slow. This music's very campy for Kingdom Death. Always have an attack speed of 1. Okay. So, that's fine. She moves there. Nothing happens. That's also fine. Let's scry the AI deck first. We have Gore, which would randomly choose any of these 3, and we have Slam. Furthest threat and field of view in range. Okay, so I could have it Slam after her. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could come up here, take a slam. Not a big deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move there. We'll be the furthest threat in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from here. Okay. So that is everybody. I have to remember if he gets hit on the head. Alright, Antelope's turn. Slam. No one's knocked down. Furthest threat, field of view, in range. This is going to be Gulliver. So he'll come straight up to Gulliver and move and attack. So 1 speed. It's probably safe to fight a level 2. He completely missed with that 1. Alright. I just really want to play it safe until we can get going again. Like I said, this should be an easy fight. Our turn, we'll have yellow go first and get the bug spot as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we'll roll for the bug patch. Roll the 1 actually. So, and then Sect with your face stares back at you and scuttles away. Except for 3 brain damage. But the train is still there. So, we saw our face and suddenly became sane again. Like, wait a minute. That's not right. We're too crazy. We can try that again later. I guess I should be farming first. The next card I already forget what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll stay here. I'm going to... Oh crap, I hit the fucking board again. My accuracy is atrocious. Alright, this is here. This Canthus plant is what we want. There you go. Now, hold on. He was here. She is, or he is there. We're just using that icon. Okay, we're fine. The Canthus plants. Roll 1d10 if you have a sickle 2. I have yet to try and get some Acanthus. 5 to 7. Find something tasty, consume it. If you do, gain 1 survival. Archive the terrain. That was green. We're at max survival. Let's just put this here. And then white. I can't swing the Twilight Sword unless I start dashing as well. I would like to get a wound with the Twilight Sword in. So actually, I will do that. Let's dash with white. We will gain our survival back. We'll get up the butt because we need it. And we'll swing with the Twilight Sword, which uses both movement and action, and we'll miss. Utterly miss. Blue will... I forget what this is. Going to target. I want to block. I have 4 evasion. He hits on 6s. I'm gonna scry the AI deck. I should have paid attention more. Alright, Gore was a random survivor. Okay, yeah. And it was also full move first, so... If he's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, alright. Well, I could dash out of its way. This one is a random survivor in range, and he will stomp and snort. I think I'd rather let him stomp and snort, honestly. Alright, blue will move to the side here. And then we'll end our turn. Alright, so that was everyone went. I wasn't flipping over their things, but we're all done. Alright. Antelopes, go. Stomp and snort. Random survivor in range. That is everybody. Well, everyone except for yellow. So 1, 2, 3 will be gray. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as I always do. It still targets him even though he's in the blind spot. Because it doesn't say field of view. So on a 4+, I just shuffled this deck to 10. Alright, the last thing he did was slam. There we go. I didn't mean to shuffle those cards. There's 2 stomp and snorts in here. Anyway, 10, we will be taking 1 brain damage from his gurgled moan. We will also be knocked down as this guy is not stalwart, and we are insane, so we will be knocked back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that kind of sucks. Now, oh right, he's always a threat. Unless he's knocked down. So he would have been a threat in the blind spot anyway. I don't think anything else happens to him for that. So that's fine. That was their turn. I can actually be a good leader. A good leader wouldn't matter. We're going to start our turn. I'm gonna have blue encourage white. Alright, so we lose a survival on Gulliver, but we're gonna pick up our boy David Dicer here. And I want to get a wound in with David Dicer. Yellow will go first. And we will have him get this damn bug patch. There you go. Alright, so that's just a one random vermin resource, and then that's archived. Another Cyclops fly. There's only one of those in the deck, man. I'm gonna run into the same problem as last time, and I will probably never get the one bug that I want. The only bug that matters, in my opinion, the evasion boosting bug. Which I forget which one it is at the moment. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move over to there. I'm going to go with white next, but he's going to dash. Because we want his movement to swing his sword. He'll gain his survival back. So that's working out. Let's attack with the Twilight Sword in the blind spot. I missed again with another 2. This is gonna take some serious work. Do I have anything that increases your accuracy? Twilight Sword attack is hard, man. Alright, well, I should grind the Twilight Sword later when this thing is being retarded. Canthus plant for green. Got a 1. So, something bites you. Suffer 1 arm damage and archive that terrain. Alright. We're having a really bad farm fest here. So this just leaves blue. And then the current card on top is the charge forward. She's a random survivor in range. So I suppose I will scry to hit the AI deck, the headband. Buck. You know what? I'm okay with him bucking. I am okay with him bucking. We have a high enough evasion on him. He's a tank too. He can take some bucks, so I'm gonna let him buck. Blue will go 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. Alright, that'll end their turn. This is really pretty lame. Antelope is gonna start bucking. At the start of each monster turn, he'll target and attack survivors in his blind spot. That's fine by me. Alright, our turn. White. Swing your Twilight Sword. Wait, hold on, that doesn't count. Okay, so only a 3. The last one didn't count because I hit R without having it selected. I like to hit R multiple times so that the eye really flies. It's just me. What am I gonna do with this guy? Why does it have to be 9? What does sentient mean? I forget as well. Sentient. I cannot find the word. There it is. Oh, they must be insane to activate the gear. Well, it's a good thing he is insane. Huh. Alright. I'll dash with him later. Have Yellow try his hand at picking an acanthus plant. 3. Man, we suck. Find nothing. Archive the terrain. Guys. Come on, guys. I'll actually delete this. There was only 2 in the box originally. I'll leave it just the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that acanthus plant. Come on, green. Redeem yourself. There we go. Nice 8. 1 fresh acanthus. Strange resource. Archive the terrain. So we have our first acanthus, barring me having to use it. Alright, so that was green, that was yellow. Blue, and then white has a dash that I want to use. So blue will scry the deck. Chow down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He actually can do this, and he'll only hit white. And I'm gonna move white anyway, because the way he moves, he goes forward. I gotta make sure this is in the center. To the center. Yeah, he goes forward, then up, then forward. Well, in this case, backwards and up, and then backwards and up, and then backwards, and he will avoid, No, he would hit blue. Well, blue gets to move now. Alright, that card's fine then. He won't reach the plant. So, we'll let him chow down. Blue will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. White will dash. Did I like delete the die by accident? I need to make sure I deselect these dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just dash straight up. Alright, Antelope's turn. Antelope is bucking. And then Antelope is chowing down. And it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7. Antelope is right here. Okay. Wait, it only has 6 movement. So, actually, right here. And then place Chow down on top of the Monster AI deck instead of discarding it. So... I actually could have did a better dash with white so he could attack again, but that's okay. White's gonna get kicked in the back. Alright, yellow acanthus plant. Can we get one more fresh acanthus? Yellow will be going first. We have a 4. No, we find nothing. At least I got 1, I suppose. That's nice. This hunt sucks. Alright, green is going to do some damage. Why don't we actually wound this thing? So we have green going. Green has the 2 attacks at 6+, at 7+. Right. This should be down here, by the way. It's all permanent buff. So 7+, but we have a crazy high strength. Perfect hit, and a 9. Why can't you roll those dice, White? Giant mouth. Furry throat. I may as well do this first. What's the reflex on this? Ah. It's a good thing we have not started attacking with the fist and tooth person yet. Okay, so Furry Throat. Let's smash his or pierce his Furry Throat. We roll a 9. I unfortunately don't crit with that. But we clobber. Oh no, we're not clobbering it. We just get a wound. As if I had a shield, I would clobber it. Go to the second location. Giant mouth of the monster. Alright, I'm glad he didn't consume my weapon. So, I would have been mad if I lost my spear. So, we got a 6. That'll be another wound. 6 and 3, and then 4 strength. So, good job, us. Alright, now we don't know what card is on top, but we've done 2 wounds. You're not a spear proficient person. You are axe. Okay. I feel like everyone I make spear proficiency ends up dying for reasons. Alright, white will dash first. We will get our survival back. I'm just gonna get up in this thing's butt. Twilight Sword shall activate. We shall just roll another 2. This sword is hard to swing. Blue will check the deck. So we have another Chow down, which means he will just basic action, which is going to be Graze. So he's just going to run forward. Okay, and then Stomp would be furthest threat in field of view in range. I mean, Chow down is the best, but if he moves 6 spaces away, I'm not gonna hit him with white for the next round. Oh, you know what? This is the time to farm. Oh no, never mind. It discards itself. I need this card to be the last card left, and then we can farm the Twilight Sword at the end. So let's let Chow down happen, because it will discard itself, and then I can't mill it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just move over to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll actually just move right here. Alright, so Antelope's turn. Man, this table's getting weirder and weirder. Stuff keeps falling through. Anyway, it is bucking. So, 3+ accuracy, only 1 dice though. The Antelope always this pathetic? We have 4 evasion. So, it needs a 7 to hit. Got a 2. So he skillfully dodges the buck, and then Chow down occurs, which is going to just be a basic action, and no one is knocked down, so Graze. Which there's no Acanthus, so he'll move in a straight line forward. Okay. I believe the most dangerous, yeah, we got through Giant Mouth, so it's safe for me to try and fist and tooth him. So, we're actually gonna have Blue go first. We're gonna get up this thing's butt and punch it in the butt. So, fist and tooth. +1 accuracy. We have 2 8s, so there's the 8s. Really gonna punch this antelope in the butt. Got the super dense location. Thankfully, your fist and teeth are not frail. And then the restless back, which is just a good location to hit. We have 4 strength. We only need a 4 or higher with our fist and teeth to wound. So we will do the teeth first. We're deadly. Oh, we got a crit! We get 1 Screaming Antelope resource. That's exciting. So, a wound, Screaming Antelope resource, We got a bladder out of his giant teeth. I don't know how that occurred. And we are going to get weapon XP for him. Second location. See if we can fuck this one up too. No, we only got 3. Oh, 3 and 4. That's only 7. Oh, 4 and 3. Okay. He's not at 4 strength. Who's at 4? They're at 4. They're only at 2. Alright, well, that's fine. Doesn't change anything. Okay, so we punched in the butt. That's 1 weapon XP gained. Now we just want the Twilight Sword. Yellow will go and stab it. 4, 5. We'll move yellow over to here. King's Spear. So hits on 6s. We have a 7 and a 7. 2 hits on the pallet. And we're not adjacent to it. That's why the spear is awesome. And the Restless Hoof, which will be annoying if I fail to win. Do it in this order. Yeah, we'll do it in this order. So pallet, spear to pallet. We rolled an 8. That will wound it, definitely. And then spear to the Restless Hoof. Can we stab its foot? Oh, I got a 3, and then 3 is 6, and then 2 is 7, 8. So I do stab its foot, just barely though. Alright, no failure, no problem. So, no Crush and Devour to worry about. Now all I have to do is always filter Chow down. It is White's turn. White and green haven't gone. We don't know what he's going to do next. He's going to buck though. What I'm gonna do, we don't really need green for the rest of this fight. And green is sort of wounded, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move green away. And then white will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move forward an extra 1 instead and go there. It's basically just farm the Twilight Sword XP for white. That's our only goal. Okay. Antelope's turn. He will buck. So 1 dice, roll a 3. That's gonna be a miss with our 4 evasion. And then his AI. Stomp and Snort. So random survivor in range. There's 3 targets in range. There's a 6. That will be yellow. Yellow is going to... well, we have to see if he takes a wound. Alright, 6 up. So yellow is going to suffer 1 brain damage and be knocked down. Which is fine. Okay, so our turn. We're going to have blue scry the AI deck first. I suppose I can just try and hit it with white now, and then I don't have to do... like, we can just kill it, I don't have to try and farm it. Alright, we'll have white go first. White's gonna dash. Get a 2, so we will actually lose the survival. And white dash to the butt. And white will try to hit him. I want to use a different dice. The dice rolling low. Swing the sword. Oh my god, it's another 2! He's rolled 4 fucking 2s in a row for his swings. Why? That's the madness. That doesn't make any sense. Alright. Blue... Blue will go and check the AI cards. So another Stomp and Snort, and chow down. We'll leave chow down first. So the antelope passes its turn. And I'll just end my turn then. Alright, so yeah, we'll just end our turn. Antelope will go. It will buck on white first. Get an 8. That does hit white, I believe. 3 evasion on a 3. It's a 6 or higher. So we get 1 damage to our body. I think that's the first damage this antelope has done. Okay, and then the antelope will buck on blue and miss. So that's the bucking. Chow down is basic action, which keeps going under there. Basic action is grazing. No, closest knockdown survivor. Alright, well, since we can do it at any time. I forgot about that. I forgot to pick him up. I would say I would have just encouraged him because I can, but we'll let yellow take a hit. Because I forgot. I need to not have anyone knocked down. You know what sucks about this is that he's out of range of white and I have to dash again. Okay. So what is this? It's 2 dice on 2 pluses, which is probably like 3. It's on 3s. So we've got 1 miss, 1 hit, 1 damage to the body. Alright, this is a heavy. We're already knocked down, so that's fine. But that's a little scary. Not gonna lie. Okay, that'll be the antelope's turn. So yellow will stand. And yellow is going to go first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna come down here and then stab that darn antelope. Their kingly spear. Get a crit and a perfect hit and an 8, so 2 hits. Nothing else going on. Have the restless chest, which is face the attacker and full move. I think I subconsciously remembered that the antelope can do that. That's why I put him on a diagonal. So that's fine. He'll be out of range though. And then this, no one's in the blind spot, so they're not going to get brutally kicked. I like how that does 3 damage, but his normal bucking just does 1. Okay, we'll do it in this order. So, I just see 2 easy wounds here. Oh damn, we got a crit. So, gain 1 screaming... Alright, first a wound, so I don't forget. Screaming antelope resource, we got another shank bone by... You know, spearing his shank bone, we took the bone right out of his leg. That makes sense. Now that's thematic. Yellow is on a roll. Sort of. You attack wrecks one of the monster's legs. If insane, you may spend 5 survival, treasure this moment forever, and gain 1 permanent movement. Something I would do if I were insane, and if I had 5 survival. Okay. Second spot. Damn it, almost 2 for 2. So we get a 4, 4 and 3, and 2 is 9. So that is another wound. Antelope will turn to face yellow, so he faces this way and then full moves forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Straight line right to there. Alright. And... oh yeah, I don't need Chow Down to be the last card. He can just basic action. Okay, so this is great. So that was Yellow's turn. White is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna end our turn there. Did blue already go? No, I didn't scry with blue. I don't think blue went. I'm pretty sure it was just yellow because we stood yellow up and then attacked with him right away. Okay, Antelope's turn. Bucking does nothing. The AI card of choice is to chow down, so he will just end up going there. And then it's our turn. Alright. So basically, yellow wants to cause 2 more wounds, and then white is free to have his way with this thing. The only problem is white is going to have to be dodging back kicks. RN chat message from Bowser Castle. Radio Nintendo is advertising to me. I wonder if that popped up for you guys to see. I didn't realize. Right, the radio, it's cool. They do have a chat. Yeah, I can see the message in the chat. He just said if anyone's looking for Nintendo updates and posts, apparently they have a club. Well, I'm not here to advertise for you guys, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Anyway, yellow. 2 attacks, King's Spear. Let's cause 2 wounds. Got a 7 and a 4, so 1 hit. It is the Wailing Slide. Alright, that's fine. Attacker's doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster, which is nobody, get wrecked, and then the monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, non-death survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules. Now, since I'm attacking on an edge, we could say it is directly away from me, going since I'm to the right of it, or it would run into the corner up here. I'm not sure how you determine that in this game, and I don't think it really matters. It just gives me a little extra walking to do, so I'm gonna leave it here. He'll just slide into the board edge no matter what, so either he's supposed to be here or he runs this way. Since I'm on this diagonal, I don't know. It doesn't matter though. Anyway, that's yellow's turn. I'm gonna wait until yellow actually does get wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna block with blue. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have white move there. Yeah, Gulliver's gonna block. Alright. Antelope's turn. Stomp and snort. Oh, right, blocking doesn't even matter anymore. Random survivor in range. So a 7, that would be blue. And then let's see if they get scared. Perfect 10. They get scared, alright. 1 brain damage per monster level and knocked down. Our brain is in pain. Okay. Let's attack. You know what? Before we attack, it's our turn. White's gonna go. White will actually utilize Orator of Death. So we will get +2 insanity on everybody. Just for safety. And then yellow will swing his weapon. Hoping for 2 hits here. We have a perfect hit and a 1. Hoping for no trap. Restless muzzle. Good location to be stabbing. Ah, only a 2. So 3 and 2 and 2. It's only 7. Actually, do not cause wound with that. Okay. In that case, white is going to dash. We're gonna get in there. Alright, we're gonna lose a survival, so we're down to 2. And then we will swing our Twilight Sword and hope to God we get anything but a 2. Okay, we got a 4. It's a slight improvement. Still missed though. I will encourage blue to stand with green. And blue is going to actually also walk around here. And we're going to leather shield this guy. So we'll hit on the 7. Get a perfect hit. Ah, it's the Wailing Slide. Oh, it's a good thing. I didn't think that would happen. It is a good thing that I gave insanity to my dudes. Alright, complete opposite direction. He's whale sliding into the wall. These two are knocked back. 3, 4, 5. Knocked down. And take 2 brain damage apiece. Man. Blue's brain could actually explode. Maybe I should just run blue away. Alright, Antelope. You win this round. You win this round, due to RNG. Buck. No one to buck into. Chow down, basic action. Now we have a tie on knockdown survivors, unless this time I'm gonna pick them up. We'll have yellow pick up blue with their encourage, and we will have blue pick up white. So at the end of my turn, I should pick them up. Blue will get their thing back, and then we'll let the Antelope go. So he'll chow down, he'll basic action, he'll graze, he'll walk forward and stay there. Alright. I'm shaking my head right now. This should be cut and dry, cut and dry. Sorry for the cracking. Yellow. King's Spear. We'll have you go first. All I need to do is cause 2 wounds. Alright, this is one of the rare cracks. And look, it says it's a 9, but it's leaning towards a 1. This is why cracks will be re-rolled. I don't trust Tabletop Simulator. Alright, we have 2 misses. So I actually will 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll tell blue to go away then. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Heck, we can survive a back kick. I'll just get in its blind spot. That ends blue's turn, that ends white's turn. I'll just flip this back over. We'll let the Antelope go. So, back kick for the Antelope on white. Gets a hit on white, on the body. I guess I will take it. 3 hits in the body, jeez. And then Stomp and Snort. It's a 50-50, so evens will be white, odds will be yellow. You have odds, so yellow. You can handle this. Okay. 4+. It's got a 7, so yellow is actually going to be knocked down. Take a brain damage. And he wasn't insane, so no knockback 5. Blue will encourage yellow. You know what? Oh no, I don't want to give him an extra speed in case I hit 3 times. Yeah, blue will encourage yellow, not the leader. Burn a survival. Pick yellow up. Alright, our turn. Yellow. Yellow goes. Come on, yellow. I just need you to get 2 fucking hits. My god. 2 misses. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna bring green over. We clearly need help with this thing. White will take a swing at it. Alright, 6 is actually a 7, that doesn't do it. We need an 8 in the blind spot, so white misses too, and it is the antelope's turn. Antelope will buck. Antelope will miss 3+, and we have 3 evasion that needs a 6 to buck us. Yeah. Antelope will draw an AI. Antelope will chow down and be retarded. Graze forward. Alright, I'm probably gonna end up missing something by speeding here. But we shall see. We'll have white go. We'll hope for that 8. Alright, got a 6, so white misses. Yellow. King Spear. Oh my goodness. You guys are disappointing me so hard. We better make a baby later, I swear. If we die in childbirth after this, it's just not worth it anymore. I'm just kidding. This is a little ridiculous though. It's a damn level 1 antelope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green's a coming. Green is a coming. Alright, antelope, buck. 5 is a miss. Antelope, AI card, stomp and snort. Still out of range, so evens odds again. It's an odd, so it's yellow again. See if it actually is a 4 up. It is, so yellow is getting knocked down again. And blue is going to encourage again. And keep her survival. This is getting so ridiculous. Alright, it's our turn again. Hold on, I have an itch. Ugh, my goodness. Let's have yellow go first. King Spear. Hey, a perfect hit. We have 1 hit. Yeah. Can we wound it? 3 is enough, I think. 6, 7, 8. 3 is enough. Okay, we finally have a wound. Turn to face the attacker, then without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. Cancel all hits out of range now. So, there you go. He has to face us and then go back. Now this sort of sucks because he's not in the blind spot anymore, but I think I'm gonna take a yellow swing for this round with white. So white will go attack. Oh wow, we got a perfect hit. And upon a perfect hit, we are a combo master. We make an additional attack roll, which is a 2. So now I just have to wound with this thing. Okay. I actually just have to wound with this thing. What is the strength of this sword? It's a 9. So if I roll a 1, we fail. Anything else succeeds. Alright, so we got a 7, so we just fucked up this horse. Not horse, antelope. Anything else I need to know about this? Nope. We just did a wound. That's all. Reflex. Turn the antelope to face away from the attacker, full move forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. well, away from the attackers here, so he's gonna full move into the wall like the dumb antelope it is. And then we are going to cheerfully gain that Twilight Sword XP. Okay, we can rest easy now. We've done our job. Antelope will go. Antelope is going to buck on white. It will miss. And then I just have to do one wound to it. Which I may as well try to get a crit on it in one of its weak locations and get another resource. So on our turn, we're going to move white 2, 3, just to right there. We may as well stay off the row. We'll move white to there, and then blue 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue will go, antelope will go, it will buck, and then it will basic action because it has no more AI. And then it will graze, and it will move forward. So then it's our turn. We'll just leave these flipped up. Blue will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pass. Antelope will pass after bucking. So blue will get to go again. We'll get in the blind spot with blue, and then we'll swing with the shield to try and get a crit. Alright, get a 5, that's a miss, so the antelope will go, the antelope will buck. And we'll miss, and then it will graze, and then we will go, and blue will swing with the shield, and I'm just gonna do this until we hit with the shield. So antelope will buck. Antelope will miss. Just so we know, the antelope is a 3 on a 4, so it needs a 7 to hit. And we need a 7 to hit as well. 8 in the blind spot. So we're both looking for a 7 here. Our turn, we get a perfect hit. Alright, restless tiny hands. Not a location I want. What do we need to wound? I have a 3 and a 1, so 4. I need a 4 to wound. Alright, we get a crit anyway. So we'll gain 1 more Screaming Antelope resource naturally. And then Twitching Tiny Fingers rain down. All adjacent survivors gain 1 insanity, which is just blue. So, good job, blue. The antelope is dead after giving me grief for like the past few turns. We did get the horn. That's nice if I want to build the armor set, and I think I might want to build the armor set. Alright. Finally put it out of its goddamn misery, though. That was so ridiculous. Get rid of one of those acanthus. Get everything top of here, and then we can put these away. So we're probably farming the antelope for a little while. I don't know why these did not go in the box. There you go. Move you guys to the side here. Okay, Screaming Antelope, 1 Hun XP, 1 weapon proficiency. So, boom, boom. Can flip that down. Zack comes of age, and I'm gonna just call him a spear user, and we shall see how that works out for us. Whether or not he lives or dies. And we'll do his milestone now. So, milestone, 7 and 6, that's 10, that's 13, that's a random fighting art for our boy. He is also a combo master. A much better combo master than a dude who uses a slow weapon. Short. This I can move up here, so we can move up here, I'll leave it on the side. These we can move up here, we got 2 bones, we got... Yeah, that can be over there. I'll move, these can go back. Okay. There was Zack. Philip comes of age, and he's axe proficient, but I'm gonna change it to... Before I change it, we'll see what happens. I can always change this later. So he'll get his milestone. 4 and 3, 7. 7 is also fighting art. Double dash. During your act, once per round, you may spend movement, or you may spend your action to gain movement. It's actually a very niche skill, in my opinion. You can have a double dash character own a monster that targets further survivors and constantly be out of range. But it's pretty niche. In fact, I probably won't be able to demonstrate its best usages. Alright. This is special. And finally, we have Gulliver gaining an XP. Now, I didn't do it yet, but everyone should be healing as well. Okay. We've got to get armor for this third guy. We'll probably start doing with antelope stuff, depending on what antelope stuff we get here. Alright, those get taken away, and this gets taken away. Now, this guy is secretive, so he must skip the next hunt, which is annoying as fuck. We'll continue focusing on that stuff later, though. Rewards! When the monster is defeated, any survivor 20 plus insanity is driven mad, and then they die. But they don't actually die, so they would not give you your death benefit. 4 basic, 4 screaming antelope resources, and this is a level 1, not 2, so no barber surgeon. Lantern, mystery, monster organ. Okay, not the worst stuff. Okay, damn it, I didn't wanna. We don't need more dice. There you go. I hope I didn't just delete something, because the mouse is like way over here. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Should be okay. Anyway. Alright. And we got this stuff, so scrap. It can be anything. Organ. And 4 more of these. Some pelts, large tooth, which I believe, yeah, someone gains an insanity. Give it to Philip here. Another shank bone and another large tooth, which I will give to. I'll give it to Zach. Alright, not a deal. Because we only have the 1 hide, and I want to use the pelt to make... Well, I have to get the stone circle first. We're gonna end up using the monster meat as a hide. So, honestly, pretty crappy for all the bone in this. But, what else did we get? Don't we have... Oh, we do have a bladder. Okay, so we have 2 organs. We have the horn. Anything else? Okay. So, gain endeavors, get 4. Actually, we get a little more than 4. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3, we get 4, and I believe someone has Tinker, so we get 5. tinker. Yes. Alright, so we got 5 endeavors. Update the timeline. Ladies and gentlemen, we've survived Lantern Year 5, and we will be moving on to 6. First is the settlement event. And for this year, it will be Lights in the Sky. Spectacular light show erupts against the limitless darkness above. Swirling vivid trails streak overhead, they lift everyone's spirits. Settlement's collective imagination is set aflame. After rolling for any endeavor, you may add +1 or +2 to the results. Okay. And endeavors is stuff, right? Yeah. So, +1 or +2 to any endeavor result. Now, if we have graves, which we do, once per settlement phase, we may celebrate the skies and the light. I should say the light in the skies. We could roll 1 to 5 and... I guess an individual is nominated to do that. This card is like fucked up on this scan. Settlement celebrates the lights of the departed as they streak past, gain 2 survival. I assume that goes to only one person. Does that go to everybody? And then a column of light strikes you, you're filled with the memory of the dead. If insane, add 3 to every location when you depart this lantern year. I think it's just one person does it once per settlement phase. Alright, we don't have face painting and we do not have inner lantern. And I don't know if we want to risk inner lantern. Because Skull Eater is the worst. Anyway, so that's going on, and now, for the first time in my history of playing this game, we will be doing Armored Strangers and have a beneficial action. So we are visited by enigmatic figures, fully enclosed in armor. They march silently through the settlement. The only noise is a metallic clang as they pause before each survivor and tap their lantern halberds against the ground. Survivors have no choice but to helplessly await their mute deliberations. Add Kingsman to the Nemesis Encounter list. The strangers count people and take action based on the population total. So 7 or less is a supportive action. We only have 5 people left alive. And Kingsman is on here. Which I haven't been tracking this stuff, but we can do it in our heads. Alright, so anyway, 7 or less. Finally, one of them drives a lantern halberd into the ground. We leave without a word. Add the guidepost innovation to the supplement. I've never had this innovation before. Strangers plan to return. Add armored strangers to the timeline 4 years from the current year. Roll on the table below. Alright, one thing at a time in order. So they come back, huh? That's annoying. They're gonna come back and then like kill people. If we can get our asses in order. The guidepost! The soft glow of its light fills the survivors with a sense of security. Departing survivors gain 1 survival, so this is at 3. Endeavor here. The survivor attempts to pull the weapon free from the ground. Roll 1d10 and add their strength. If the result is 12+, gain the Lantern Halberd rare gear and lose this innovation. Okay. Well, I'm in no hurry for a Lantern Halberd. Though we do have a person... We only have 3 strength. So we'd have to roll like an 8, a 9. Yeah. So 1 departing survivor for now. 4 years from now, Armored Strangers. happens again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, year 10. Armored strangers, and then this is timeline event. Okay, so armored strangers on year 10. Count us again. Now, get to roll a die. Find out what our fate is. Oh shit, I got 10. 8+. The armored strangers haul in a massive, bountiful beast corpse. The survivors wonder at this boon. Gain 6 random basic resources. Departing survivors gain +1 survival. Alright, I wish you like brought me slaves instead of 6 basic resources, but that's pretty baller. That is pretty baller. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me now keep them straight. I have to copy them. 5, 6. Okay, all the bone, all the hide. Alright, well, this year doesn't look so trashy now because I can leave these out since we have some hide. And then we got tons of bone, just all the fucking bone in the universe. Alright. So this is our haul for the year. And I guess nothing else happens. They'll be back. I have a lot to think about with all this stuff. I didn't expect to end up with this much stuff. This is the first time I've had a supportive action taken. But our campaign is about to die right here, probably. Let's, well, what's next? Update death count, nobody. Check milestones, nothing developed. Alright, yep, we're in the development phase now. I have so much to think about. We need to make a kid. We have a matchmaker. We may as well see if the settlement is doomed to die eventually, or if we can make the comeback now. So, we are going to matchmaker. When you are a returning survivor, you may spend an endeavor and nominate 2 people to intimacy. So let's nominate our lady here. The only lady. Lucky Lucille Dicer. And she can hook up with not her dad. Either Zach, Philip, or Gulliver. Who's the most expendable members? We'll hook her up with Zach. We'll hook her up with Zach. Alright. So before I do the matchmaker, you know what? I'll leave the endeavor spent. That endeavor I spent, I want to innovate first and foremost, because we might get something that helps us. So, hide, bone, organ, we'll innovate first. Alright. This is... I forgot our dudes gain 10 survival. Oh, crud. Well, whatever. that just means he should have had 4 at the start, and he should have had 4 at the start. I did forget about that. Next time I'll make the token even bigger. Sculpture, storytelling, bloodletting, and the pictographs. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if Runaway is at all ever worth doing. This increases the survival limit. And then this thing. I'm gonna increase the survival limit for now. We're gonna go with storytelling. Our survival limit is now 5. And storytelling innovations get added to the deck. None of that is what I wanted to find. One at the Inner Lantern. Records. The new records. That's the only one? I'll take it that's the only one. Just double check in here. Let me... You down here, because you're special case, and you're special case. So, got the... Alright, yep. Okay, we have storytelling now, so I guess I could try and get some white speakers. I don't know how they are in 1.5, but it's probably not worth. Now we will matchmaker. And while I'm thinking about it, everyone's at 5. Survival limit. So, Philip and Lucky Lucille. Let's see how lucky you really are, girl. 1 dice, 2 dice. Move you down a tad. Here we go. We have a 10 and a 3, so the 3 will be re-rolled. I will use his reroll. Survival of the fittest used. Now all I have to do is not roll a 3, 2, or 1. Oh wow, we got a 9 as our lowest. Okay. Finally, something good for us. The settlement celebrates a twice fortunate event. A pair of healthy newborn survivors enters the world. We gain 2 population. Alright. That's nice. Thank you, game. Thank you. We're making 2 females, obviously. So we need them. I will just copy Lucille's thing and edit it accordingly. So, since we don't have actual last names, one thing I want to do is just come up with new lines of people. I don't know. Usually I just keep the last names regardless. Let me delete this one. So we want to edit this. You have 1, you have 0, you have 1 understanding, no courage, you have 1 strength, 1 evasion. Is there anything else that a newborn gets? Okay, just wanted to go over and make sure. I'm pretty sure this is a base kid right here. So female, wait, hunt XP we don't have any, and weapon proficiency we don't have any. Okay, that's a base kid, sans the name. So, these are truly lucky twins. We need good. You know what? That wouldn't really work. Gonna do. I don't know. I'll think of names later. We'll be here all day. So we have 2 girls. I will name them in the future. In between this episode and the next one, because I'm not that quick on my thinking feet, as it were. Let me just leave them like over here for now. Feels good. Feels good, man. Now she can come on a hunt with us. So we are up to 7 people. I should try and get my society principal now. But I need to think long and hard. First of all, this fresh acanthus is going to become a dried acanthus, so we can do that. I believe it's an organ grinder thing. Yep. Okay, so we have dried acanthus. Somebody will have. I can make a monster teeth necklace if I want. We want to build the tier 2 buildings, so A, do I want to farm antelope in this game? And I think I do. Means I want a stone circle. Cost organs to do that though. Now we already have a leather worker. I could just make a full set of this armor. I think. If I wanted to, I would have to make 3 more leather, so I don't have the hide to do that. Actually, technically I do have the hide to do that. So I could make a full extra armor set here. Or we can try out the Screaming Antelope stuff, which I do want to try out the Screaming Antelope stuff. I also want to consider making this shit here, so we can get extra resources. We could make a weapon crafter easy. In fact, I will make a weapon crafter, since we're so overloaded on bone. I don't know. If I want the stone circle, I have to do this right here. I could make the stone circle later. Let me take out my other resources here. So we've got 2 anythings. Let's move these damn dice. Stay organized. Because making the leather armor might be a good idea. Oh, I only have 1 leather. I had to sacrifice 1, right? And then we have 1 iron. I don't really have anything then. If I make the weapon crafter, it's 3 bone and a hide, and if I make the other thing, it's 3 organs and a hide, so... I think it's a little tight on my budget, but I'm gonna make the stone circle. 3 organs and a hide. We're gonna make the stone circle and work on antelope armor. Alright, so we have this now. You can make me some screaming horns, the spiral horn, and the scrap. I'm just gonna leave these out to the side for now as an idea. We have pelt and bones, so I could make a screaming coat as my priority, which I think the coat does more stuff, so we can make a coat and a helmet. And then I have to look at the rest of this stuff. Boss Mendy. Boss is brave, while Jason to you, insane survivors gain +1 speed. This is something I've never really used. I don't think that's worth it. I also don't have golden whiskers. Beast Knuckle K-Tars would be a fairly decent upgrade. And just raw power. But it costs my pelt. Bone earrings we can make. Which is the 2 speed, 2 strength tokens. If insane, and all gear in your gear grid has the bone keyword. So bone earrings are good for a suicidal attacker that has like no armor. I could make him with the skull helmet and spear. We could do a bone earring. Dude. They have to be insane too, so it would be Zach. Would be doing some crazy damage with the spear. Oh no, the spear would have to say bone too. It's not. It's never mind. This is an item that I have never really used before as well. It's not the easiest to make. While I'm in here, I'm gonna take these out. Alright. What else do we have in here? It's the charms that I can't make. Lance of Longinus, which I would love to someday. Blood paint requires paint. So I actually can't make too much, but we have this. Also cannot forbidden ritual, but I wouldn't do that anyway. Didn't get enough pelts from the dude. That's okay, we'll be fighting more of them. This guy can hang out in my consumables. This can go into the iron. Storage. Storage. I have 3 shank bones. And the weapon crafter requires 1 more hide. Technically, I could use this leather up and just get the weapon crafter now. So this year, all we did was upgrade to the weapon crafter. I think I will do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna use this leather as a hide. We'll get the weapon crafter too. So now we have the weapon crafter. I could get an axe for the one guy. No, I can't. We don't have to hide. Whoops, I didn't mean to flip that again. Do you have heat? Do not have a great cat bone, and I'm probably not doing Zanbato strats only because for the Zanbato, since it's frail, I would much prefer to have the cat eye circlet by now. Could make a scrap sword. Can I make it deadly? Needs 2 red and a blue. We have 1 red. And it makes a blue itself. Skull helm down. This has blue and green affinities. Well, I do want to make a monster tooth necklace as well. That has red to the right. So between the last pair of bone darts, the monster tooth necklace, and then on the leather armor set, rawhide armor set, we would have 2 red. And I think I can get the blue. The dagger, it's not as good, and unless you're going for dagger mastery, it's not something I normally use either. I mean, 3 dice, this is 2 dice, this hits on 7s for some reason instead of 5. Although, lower accuracy isn't necessarily bad, it's all about the strength. This has good strength. It has an okay strength actually. It's all these are 3. I'm surprised more of these aren't at strength 2. Actually, I mean 4. Counterweighted axes is a really good weapon. Go with cap hammer. These are all the utility buffs. So what are we looking at? I have 3 bones and a scrap left after I do this. So I'm okay with doing this. 3 bones and a scrap. I could just make a monster tooth necklace. I don't have the leather left over for this, which is fine. This is a scrap and a bone. Yeah, I could just make 1 monster tooth necklace. That much needed strength, so we're more consistent on wounding, so I think I will do that. Scrap, shank bone, and then we can save the rest, these other 2 bones, for next year. I don't have to use them yet. Alright, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll make these, we'll start on an antelope set. Now looking at the antelope set, we have the new armor, which says you can full move forward in a straight line if you move forward plus spaces and stop adjacent to a monster. It suffers knockback 1-1 toughness. So that's the same. I know one of these things changed, I believe. It might have been like the boots or something, or the pelts. I think it's the boots. This is also the same. Actually, this is a little different, I think. Non-deaf insane survivors gain 1 movement. I remember abusing this thing to just gain insanity before. And now we gain an extra movement unless you're not insane, then you gain 1 insanity. This would be interesting. For sure. Alright. Got a screaming coat. Screaming horns. Got no reason not to put that there. And then we have a monster tooth necklace, which will require a red, such as this. Oh, it actually needs 2 red. Oh, that's for the second strength. Best option would be for a rawhide person to have that. I'll have to see if I can weasel out a second strength somehow. It would basically just be like this. I'll fiddle around with who is using what later. And we also have this to divvy out on the somebody. And just a bone blade that we're not really utilizing. Okay, I think that'll do it for me. Thanks very much for listening to me ramble. We're back in it thanks to twins being born. I will name the twins when I get a chance to. We still have endeavors to spend, so I guess I want to do that before I go. And then I'll leave on the departing step as usual. So I have 3 of these. Since we have 5 survival now, I might go after a level 2 antelope, honestly. Oh no, level 1 antelope gave me such a shitty time. Maybe I'll stick with the level 1 and just grind some weapon XP. Yeah, level 2, they don't want you to grind level 2s, they give you 2 hunt XP. So, level 2s are... Well, I could rush the barber surgeon location. I don't have pottery, never mind, I can't get that. Oh, we froze. We're freezing! This is my tabletop simulator does. Oh, it's disgusting. Why are we lagging? Alright, well, I have to give this a minute to try and load. I'm actually not going to be able to try to be okay. Tab out, I was gonna say. Alright. Before this breaks down. Wow, it's like really laggy too. I don't understand why. Did it change its resolution on me? Oh no. Anyway. I can try and check out White Speaker. Just because. I don't have too much else to do with my endeavors. We could give someone else Rhythm Chaser. We can... that's about all we can do, really. We can augury and try and make more kids. Though that's no guarantee, and that's gonna start eating my extra resources up, which I don't want to lose any of this. I actually rather not augury. Oh. You know what? I just built the weapon crafter and the stone circle. I didn't pay for them, did I? Because we innovated and we matchmakered. I forgot to pay the innovation fee for the buildings. I just paid the resource fees. My mistake. Okay, well, I can either share experience or augury or drum beats. Can't actually do storytelling. So, we'll do drums. I will... I'm gonna give one of the new girls Rhythm Chaser. Let me copy Rhythm Chaser here. I won't worry about Synchronized Strike until we get more synergy for it. We'll give whoever this person is Rhythm Chaser. And they'll probably join us on the hunt. take out one of the dudes. Wouldn't want all 4 of my men to die, and then be in the same situation, only in the reverse. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Oh damn, I forgot to copy the antelope resources. I'll import a fresh antelope deck. You guys leave that to me. Anyway, I hope you all have a good one. See, when things are looking dire, never give up on your campaign. You always have a chance to do a miracle birth of twins, even with survival of the fittest and all the odds looking against you. It's always possible. Anyway, see you all for the next episode. Take care.